to all of you MSc Physics second year student. So today again welcome to lecture series on energy study subject. In last semester already seen the concept about the energy resources, what is the types of the energy resources, that renewable energy resources, and that different types of energy which is also seen the last semester, and what type of the radiation which is absorbed on the earth surface, and what is the application of this. So this all of the idea already seen in the last semester. In this fourth semester we want to see our subject is the energy study second, and in this subject we want to start the first chapter which is considered as the solar photovoltaics, and in this chapter we want to see the idea about the what is the solar photovoltaics, and see the idea which is considered what type of the material which is used to construct or to make the solar cell, and what is the use of appliances, and advantages and disadvantages of the solar cell, and how to create the solar energy which is used from the solar cells. So in the introductory part we have to see here, so that is the what is mean by the solar photovoltaics, and this solar photovoltaic cell which is called the solar cells that generate EMF as the result of absorption of the radiation. So this photovoltaics, so that solar cells are the some of the advantages and disadvantages is there. So first advantages which is considered as that solar cell that convert the solar radiation directly into the electricity using the photovoltaic effect without going through the thermal process. So this is one of the advantages of the solar cell. So that is the solar radiation which is directly converted into the electricity. Now next advantages which is considered as the solar cell are reliable, modular, durable, and generally maintenance free, and therefore it is suitable even in the isolated and remote area. Next one which is considered as these solar cells are quite big and compatible with almost all environment that respond to instantaneously solar cell radiation and have an expected lifetime of the 20 more years. And these solar cells can be located at the place of useful use of no distribution of network is required. So these are the advantages of the solar cell, and some of the disadvantages of the solar cell which is considered that depends upon the efficiency of the solar cell, and we have to know that idea. So that the conversion efficiency of solar cell which is near about 30%, because of we have to know that if in the rainy season that climate or weather is there is very cloudy, so that's why the intensity of the solar radiation is very limited portion, or very less intensity is there. So that's why that the harvesting of the solar energy, so many of the limitation which is arise there, and that is the so that intensity which is generally low, and that large area of solar cell, so that module are required to generate the sufficient useful power. So this is one of the disadvantages. Second which is considered as which is related to the cost of the solar cell, and that solar cell which is comparatively high and making them economically uncompetitive with other conventional power generation method for the terrestrial application. So this is for the particularly where the demand of the power is very large, so that time this is one of the disadvantages of the solar cell, and that solar energy which is the intermittent, and solar cell produce electricity when the sun is shine and in the proportion of the solar intensity. So that is the some kind of the electric storage is required to making the whole system more costly, and however in the large installation of electricity which is generated by the solar cell, which is can be fed directly into electric grid system. And if we see that the challenge of the producing of the reliable and competitively economical electrical power of the terrestrial application, so that's have led to intense that reach or research activity in almost all advanced countries during the past 2 decades. And although the area of the several semiconductor material which is can be converted into the solar cell, and yet this type of material which is used to the preparation or making or construction of the solar cell, which is considered as the silicon, cadmium sulfur, gallium arsenic, this type of the material which is used. If we say that the material which is considered as the crystalline silicon solar cell, that have given the efficiency which is near about the 26%, and but still if we consider this type of material, that cost is highly and that is used for the limited application. So these are the different material which is used for to construct the solar cell, but we want to having, so that is this technique are resulted into high efficiency but low cost of silicon solar cell. So that different types of the material or different types of the methods which is used to construct or to prepare that solar wafer cell, so that different method are used, that the discharge composition of the saline. After that we have to use that the ion bombardment of single crystal of silicon, sputtering, electronic deposition, vacuum evaporation. So that are different types of the method used, because we have to know that that solar cell plate or that material which is cost is very high, so we want to deposit another impurity material on this material. So due to the cost is also low and efficiency of solar cell is also as compared to that good, so that's why different types of the method used to prepare the solar cells, and this is resulted in the high efficiency and low cost of silicon solar cell. Now next point we want to see the photovoltaic material classification, and we have to know that depending upon the material to carry current, so that material are classified into three main types. First one is a conductor, next one is a insulator, and third one is a semiconductor. And you know that idea what is mean by conductor, that is electrons in the outer shell of the atom which is moved to freely, and this is bound to specific site, thus rapidly conduct the electricity. And that conductivity of the conductor which is given as 10 to the power 5 mho per centimeter. That insulator, you have to know that idea, so that in the outermost shell of the atom contains 6 to 7 electrons, and therefore electrons are tightly bound and so unable to carry the electric current. And third type of the material which is considered as a semiconductor, and that in a semiconductor which is lies between that two material, so that is the conductor and insulator, so that atoms may have consider the outermost shell having the electrons which is 3 or 4 or 5 electrons is present in the outer shell, and this electron can be freely only if some additional energy is supplied. And this conductivity of the semiconductor can be changed by introducing new foreign elements called the dopants, and the conductivity of the semiconductor which is like silicon can be changed from 0.001 to 100 mho per centimeter. And another property of the semiconductor is that the electric current in it can be carried by the electrons as well by the holes. And if we see, so types of this semiconductor, so that is considered as the in outermost shell, so that is the 3 4 5 types of the electron is present, and these electrons can be made free if the some additional energy is supplied. and this electrical conductivity of this material, which is considered nearly equal to 10 to the power 3 mole per centimeter, and this can be increased by the adding a suitable impurity called the dopant. An important point about the semiconductor is that electrical conductivity may be due to the either electrons or positrons, or which is holes. So that is silicon and germanium are prime semiconductor material to the semiconductor are further classified into the that three group. So generally see here idea, so that the making or preparation or construction of this silicon that solar cell. So two types of generally semiconductor is used, that is silicon and germanium. And if we see that different types of this semiconductor, which is considered as the first types in the three groups, the first group which is considered as crystalline semiconductor. Or what is meant by this crystalline semiconductor? So that atoms or molecules are arranged in order array. Atoms and molecule which is arranged in the order array, and this array is the periodic through the bulk of the material. And if we see that figure 4.1, that is a schematic of the crystalline semiconductor. So that is atoms on the molecule which is arranged in the order array. Next type of the semiconductor is the polycrystalline semiconductor, and that semiconductor, that atoms and molecule within a subsection are symmetrically arranged in a crystalline semiconductor, and this subsection so that are jumbled and atomic order and regularly is totally irregular. And third type, which is in the amorphous semiconductor, and that atoms and molecule which are not arranged in a orderly pattern, that atoms and molecule are randomly oriented, and since the single crystal silicon cell is widely studied and used. And if you see that discuss or understanding the idea of the fundamentals of the solar cell, the silicon of the p-n junction crystalline solar cell work the same way as the other solar cells, and therefore can be considered the illustrative model. And that atoms and molecule of the amorphous semiconductor, which is in the figure C, so that is what is the arranged in the orderly way, or array of the point is disorder. So now the next point we want to see the fundamental semiconductor or types of the fundamental semiconductor. And you have to know that the first type of this fundamental semiconductor is the intrinsic semiconductor. Or actually what is meant by intrinsic semiconductor, if we say the structure which is the crystalline silicon, which is used widely studied and used in the solar cell fabrication, and the pure commercial silicon, which is contains the atoms with the concentration 10 to the power 18 per meter cube, and the has electrical resistivity which is 2500 ohm centimeter. And if we see that the silicon that have the atomic number is 14, and if we see that the electronic configuration, that silicon having the outermost shell, that 4 electrons is in the valence electrons, and that which has shared adjacent silicon atom with covalent bonding, and that different arrangement of atom in different direction, that gives the different electrical and physical property of the crystal. So that solar cell performance strongly depends upon the direction of arrangement of the atoms. It is the very useful or important sentence. The solar cell performance strongly depends on the direction of arrangement of atom, and that if we see that the arrangement of atom, that covalent bonding between the atoms, so centrally the carbon is present, and out of this or surrounding of this, that 4 electrons of the silicon which is attached this, so that have the fabricating of this solar cell of the that semiconducting material. So if we consider that absolute 0 Kelvin temperature, or 4 electrons in the silicon are firmly bound to thus the silicon, that behaves like the insulator, and if some energy, that is this energy which is considered as the band gap energy, and which is 1.1 electron volt which is added from the outside, and which is sufficient to break these covalent bonds of the electrons which is become free, and these free electrons are then available in the electrical conduction. So this is the intrinsic semiconductor, and that type of this next type of this semiconductor is the intrinsic semiconductor. First type is the n type semiconductor, and this n type semiconductor which is considered as that silicon is doped with pentavalent impurity, that silicon is doped with a pentavalent impurity, and that pentavalent impurity such as the phosphorus, that is P, and then the crystal has an excess electron, and that excess electron can be separated from the phosphorus atom by the small energy, and that electron is free to anywhere within the crystal, that making the system of the electron that conducting n type of the conducting. So this is the type of the n type semiconductor, and that semiconductor which is considered upon, or which is considered, see here, that the center of this, that silicon atom which is bonded to covalent bond, and that excess of electron which is C in the central part, which is the carbon atom is there slightly of this, the excess of electron is present there. So this is the idea of the n type semiconductor. Now we want to see next type of the semiconductor is p type semiconductor, and in this p type of semiconductor, if the silicon crystal is doped with variant impurity such as boron, and then crystal has the vacancy with a positive charge called as a hole, and if some external energy is supplied, this hole is free to move anywhere within the crystal, that making the system hole conducting or p type conducting. So if we see, so that is the figure of here, that boron atom is the central part of this, and that silicon atom surrounded is there, and in near the boron atom, that is the hole is generated is there. So this is the idea about the types of the semiconductor is there, and in the next lecture we want to see the dynamic of the electrons. So this is the part of the solar photovoltaics, which is the, now next lecture we want to see what is the main types of this semiconductor material solar cell and also this. So thank you of you.